Hello, welcome to Spooky Tuesday. I'm your host, Robot Spacer.
And I'm your stream ghost. Ooh.
Prepare your patented anti-ghost drink. Welcome, y'all. Culinary, David Alexander, Vervain, Efton, Phallus. Great to see y'all. It's time to get uninvited. Yes. So first of all, I don't think I actually mentioned this on my own streams. I mentioned it on Unsecret Crush's stream the other day, but I finally updated my Twitch schedule to be more realistic. So it says I start at 8:30 on Tuesdays and 3:30 on Saturdays. 6-7, good to see you, and thank you so much. I'm glad I was not uninvited to this stream. Absolutely not. I appreciate your support very much. So naturally, now that I've updated my schedule, I was ready to go much earlier than usual and spent a lot of time getting ready very slowly. And then also, absolutely as expected, I had a bunch of things happen last minute and actually got started slightly later than planned. The dream is that I pushed the button 5 to 10 minutes before my scheduled published start time, and then I can actually start being on camera roughly at start time. But not quite. We'll get there. Maybe? Probably not. I also added a little timer in front of the stream. You may have noticed if you came in early. So if you do come in early, you have an idea of how long until I'm actually ready to get started. Hopefully that's useful. Last week we left off with well, first of all, just kind of a summary of the game. We start out, we've been in a car crash. We wake up after being unconscious for some period of time. Our little brother who was in the car with us has gone missing, and we're in front of a house. We go in the house, and it's a little weird in the house. We have met and murdered a ghost lady. There's a weird little guy running around with a key that we're going to try to murder and take the key from. There's like lots of pentagrams and references to like people in this house doing different magic stuff. We found an axe that we used to cut open a bunch of furniture, and finally found a key which should open a hingeless box somewhere. We haven't identified exactly what the hingeless box is. Also, I didn't write down exactly what is in the hingeless box, but it's like, I don't know,
it belongs to somebody in
some
particular?
significant magic item. Yeah, it belongs to someone in particular. Hey, Silver, good to see you. And thanks for those shout outs. So yeah, I think that's pretty much where we are. We have the key to the hingeless box. We have possibly a solution. There's been a suggestion that this little guy speeding around is like getting his energy from eating something. And then we also found like some poison. I forget what kind of poison. Cyanide?
Maybe.
It smells like almonds, and there's some like real life poison that also has a almond like odor. And we tried some, and it definitely killed us, so we know it is poisonous. And my theory is that we need to find out what this little guy is eating and poison it and murder him, and then we can get the key.
What if to a weird little guy with a key, cyanide is actually delicious energy juice?
That is certainly possible. Yes, we are choosing violence, culinary. Thank you. Oh right, we also we learned some magic words. We got a list of magic words. We were able to successfully do one magic spell, which was Instantum Illuminaris Abraxas, which Instantum is like something that appears suddenly and then is gone quickly. Illuminaris is a bright light, and then Abraxas seems to be, it was described as like a vehicle for magic, so it seems to like kind of take the two words in front of it and kind of turn it into a complete magic spell. At least that's my understanding of it. So we did this Instantum Illuminaris Abraxas, and it made some lightning happen.
Speaking of lightning.
Yeah, hopefully y'all can hear it. We've got some lovely atmosphere today. It's a little thunderstormy outside. We also found this spell, Specken Hephod Abraxas. Specken is talking, and Hephod is like a references to head or a skull. So I don't know if that might let us talk to maybe a undead creature or something like that. That's my best guess. So that's another thing we had to figure out. And then, of course, we have our map of the place so far.
Instatum Substrangum Abraxas.
So I think we're ready to go ahead and get into it. We left off doing our best to figure out how to poison this little guy. And we didn't quite get there. Let's see, I think... Yeah, we put some... Oh, right. The other thing I wanted to mention is that various things have been happening to suggest we're kind of running out of time. And I also accidentally learned via Wikipedia that this is kind of a recurring theme in these Mac Venture games, that you... generally have some sort of like overall time limit.
We melted the nice lady with the hat, David Alexander.
Yeah, we used our no ghost on her, and she's gone now. So I will not be surprised if at some point I need to like restart and like speed run what we've done so far. Hopefully. I probably should be taking more clear notes on exactly what we've done. I guess I'm not going to worry about that right now, but I'll try to, when we accomplish something in this stream, I'll try to remember to make a note of it. So the sugar here is poisoned. So it's a very big bag of sugar. I guess it's not telling us that it's poisoned. Oh, interesting.
What's that?
I don't know that I ever tried to open any of these bags of food.
How did you put the poison in if it wasn't opened?
You hear the pounding thunder from the storm outside. It sounds like it might be getting closer. I actually put the poison on the outside of the bag.
Oh.
I think. I mean, I think kind of my thought was that if it's getting into any of this stuff in the pantry, you know, it's probably already got a hole in it or something. And also like it's a, you know, it's like it looks like a burlap sack kind of a situation. So I kind of figured it would seep through.
Sure.
And I honestly don't think it occurred to me to try to open them. It's interesting that we're not getting any description of this being covered in the stuff we put on it. I'm trying to remember which of these little bottles had it. I think it was this empty one. Dark yellowish red. That one's obviously perfume. Yellowish. Yes, we might want to back up and try the... I keep looking for restore, but it's open. I want here. Key. Okay, yeah, this should work, I think. This is right after we got the key out of the chair here. Looks like an old and somewhat tarnished skeleton key. Did I actually already use the poison in this? I think I did. Okay. Let's try backing up further. Oh, okay. 10 is labeled poison, question mark? Okay, so I think this is the save I did right before I was gonna try the poison. So I've got the bag of sugar, I've got the poison. And you can see here, the little devil has just come by. It says the kitty creature runs past waving his key. The way he runs around, he must get very hungry. This little devil must eat something that makes him awfully hyper. Trace the kitchen. There it is. So maybe the thing to try is we open the bag of sugar.
I wonder if you maybe need
We take the sugar out.
to poison the sugar and like set it out for him, like on a little dish or something.
On a dish.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get all fancy.
I mean, I think I noticed that there was a plate in the pantry.
Okay.
So like just generally removing all barriers to entry to trick this thing into eating.
Sure.
sugar.
The plate won't fit.
Okay.
I guess. Oh no, we didn't use the axe yet in this save, but we can take it out temporarily.
Do you know what the axe is for?
We use that to cut open the chair to get the key out.
Right.
Okay, so let's get this plate out. Get a nice little dinner plate here. Put some sugar on it. And then we got our poison. We're going to operate. Wait, did I already do this wrong? Little guy ran by again. So it said you splash the brown liquid all over the sugar. It now smells like almonds. And then our little guy ran by again. And if I look at the sugar, it just says the white heap is composed of sweet sugar. But I guess we just got to trust that it's got poison on it since we put the poison on it. Just the fact that it doesn't acknowledge that it's covered in poison makes me worry I'm on the wrong track here.
You could always try eating some yourself and see if you die.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that's an interesting thing to try. The sugar was excellent, a real pick-me-up. Let's try opening burlap sack labeled rice. Okay, I didn't open it. I examined
Thank you for that redemption, Belle Blue.
Oh.
So now,
Hello, Belle Blue.
If the sugar doesn't kill you, you have to find some other way to die.
I will forever expect a double click to open a thing. It's very difficult to have this kind of interface that's, you know, it's like using a normal Mac interface, but a double click does examine instead of open. Just throws me off. Oh, okay, we don't have room for the flour. I feel like when we drank the poison by itself.
Mm-hmm. It did take some time.
Yeah, but I feel like there was an immediate suggestion of something. I could be wrong. Oh, right. We also have matches now.
It might have described the flavor or something along those lines, as I recall.
Yeah. We have 6 matches. I'm trying to remember if there was anything Oh, God.
What?
So I was thinking about matches, and then I was like, oh, there's a stove here. I wonder if we might need to light the stove. And then I thought, oh, there's jars of cookies in here. Mm-hmm. And I had considered that the cookies are what the little guy was eating.
Okay.
But all the jars are empty. And the thought I just had is, do we need to make cookies? Is that...
Are there, like, eggs and butter also? Do you also need flour?
Like, yeah, there's flour and sugar. I feel like there's not really enough. Let's make culinary disaster. I feel like there's not really enough to make cookies. We have flour, rice, salt. It's empty. And then also, like, I feel like if this game expected us to make cookies, it would give us a recipe, which we have not encountered so far. What kind of cookies? Great question.
Perhaps they just expect you to know a cookie recipe.
We also have, like, well, it says the thermometer doesn't work.
What thermometer?
There's a thermometer here. There's a bunch of, like, there's like a little baster, spatula. So we have various cooking tools.
What were you thinking to do with the thermometer?
I don't know. Check the oven temperature.
Okay.
Stove is probably the most modern fixture in the entire mansion. So can we operate the stove? The gas was turned off long ago. You cannot do any cooking here. Okay.
So much for that idea.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it seemed like we didn't quite have enough ingredients anyway. A large cookie jar is stained by tiny droplets of blood around its upper edge. It looks like an item from the Bates Motel rummage sale.
6-7 says, you need some sort of fat for cookies. Maybe you'll find some sort of animal and need to harvest lard.
Small cookie jar has a sticky purple stain by the upper rim.
Purple?
This cookie jar has a golden stain by the top.
Huh.
This is a little cookie jar, perfect for little cookies. This large cookie jar smells of vermouth.
Weird. It's very odd.
We have various types of knives over here.
I don't know that you use vermouth in very many cookie recipes.
We have multiple pans to choose from. How would we even light a match? Let's operate match on the stove. Does not have any effect.
That doesn't surprise me since the gas isn't on.
Sure, I just thought I'd try something. I don't think the sugar is going to kill me. I need to find a way to die here. So let's go back to my poison save and figure out how to die. Can we open the window? Window cannot be opened. I'm trying to think of a way we could die. That would be interesting. Oh, there's a bat? A strange creature resembling an eye with wings passes by. Okay. Did you ever get the feeling that you were being watched? Fascinating. Use axe on self. That's a great thought. Let's try it. Or wait, did we try that before?
Maybe? I think you did.
I think we did. What if I used the spider on myself? Nothing happened. What if I consume the spider? The spider would be hard to swallow. What if I consume this perfume? The bottle wouldn't agree with you. Bottle cannot be opened. Yeah, that was culinary suggestion from last week. It was using the axe on myself. This is a little dramatic, but let's try. I still don't know how to light a match.
Are they self-striking?
In the faraway distance, you hear the malicious barking of an unfriendly dog. Let's operate them. Oh, the blue tip on this short stick bursts into flame. So now I'm going to try to set myself on fire. You now have terrific second-degree burns on your hands.
Terrific.
Yes. The match you lit before has now gone out. Also, I forgot to turn on Do Not Disturb. Shoot, it's so hard to die when you want to. I keep going the wrong way. Oh. The door that slammed itself shut behind you seems stuck, as if a great force is keeping it from being opened. So we can't go back outside. Let's try to light the fireplace. There's a friend again. How did I light the match before? Did I actually use it on the box accidentally? Operate match on fireplace. That's better. The dry firewood quickly caught fire. Now it's not so chilly. Can we consume the fire? You have a strange concept of food, friend. Operate fire on self.
Silver has an ice cream bar and a Rice Krispie treat, and I'm quite jealous.
Yeah, I feel like there's got to be some sort of demon summoning or something we can do with this pentagram, but I don't know what yet. We have this large pentagram rug, and we have a little portable palm-sized pentagram in our inventory. There's got to be some way I can die.
It's just a funny phrase out of context.
Like, I know if nothing else, we could go upstairs and get locked away forever and die that way. I guess Belle Blue. Oh, you're curious about the poison sugar I came into stream too. Okay. So my feeling is we'll wait until we have a new way to possibly die, and then I'll try that.
Else, our death will probably occur at some point in the evening.
Yeah.
Even if it is a repeat death.
So I think we'll do that. You'll just have to be patient. I appreciate your redemption regardless, but we'll get there. So let's back up again here.
Camera placement or the cropping of the camera must be slightly different than usual, because I feel like I'm slightly more visible. I'm knitting. So that's what I'm doing back here.
Yeah, I don't know what would have happened there. It's possible I bumped something. Let's go back to this one. Before I do anything else that we're not sure about, let's go back and get the key out of this chair. Anytime it thunders like that, it just kind of locks up the game until it's done. Hear the pounding thunder from the storm outside. It sounds like it might be getting closer. Okay, so now we have our key, and we can... Oh, the rip chair is already closed. I feel like I was able to close it up before, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's put our axe... I'm inclined to leave items we don't want to hold on to at the moment in one of the closets, just so if we're looking for something we used to have, there's, you know, a couple specific places we can go look for it. I'm gonna have to do a bunch of running around.
Got a few cargo drops.
Right. So I'm inclined to try to figure out what this key is for. Let's see. Oh, shoot. I think we might have left the thing that talks about the key in the upstairs closet. Honey, where's the battle axe? In the closet? Of course.
Did you even look before you asked?
Okay, I was curious if that the winged eye would go by again. It did not, interestingly. I don't know if that's just a random occurrence or what. Oh, there's a little guy. Never says hello. So let's go upstairs and in this closet, and I think one of these letters talks about the... Okay, this is the letter we found in the mailbox. I'm going to write down used axe on chair in, let's say front room. I forget what it's labeled. Key. So this had the amulet with it, and it talks about wear this charm and think of me, the undead fear symbology, which honestly hasn't really worked out very well for us.
Maybe you just haven't
the same
discovered the
one.
scariest symbol of them all.
Okay, and this is the sheet of paper that's got the spells on it. I think it's funny how like all the items are the same size they were when we originally picked them up.
Oh, I see. Relative to other things.
So like this pillow is very tiny. And this letter is just huge. I'm gonna put some things in the hat box just to tidy up the place here. There's lots of overlapping items, so it makes it hard to find what I'm looking for. Oh, here, this is a book. I did actually organize. I put like reading materials on this side, so I was thinking ahead here. This diary reads, I've lost control of Drakan. My star student now fancies himself a master. Though his power is strong, his spirit is weak. He is easily corrupted by the dark spirits of greed and power. My servant, more aware than I, sealed his star in my hingeless box. They're locked away beyond his stair. I've hidden the key, a chair knows where. So, Drakan's star is in the hingeless box, whatever that is. And that's what we have the key for. So let's go back out. I'm gonna Oh, okay, we ran out of room in the hat box. All right. Let's go back in this room. This is the bedroom where we found that book. So I feel like there's decent odds that the hingeless box is like inside this closet, which is itself locked. Oops. Oh. The cabinet is unlocked.
Oh.
I thought that might work, but I didn't expect it to. Okay. This wooden box glows with a lustrous finish and closes to an airtight seal. This fine-cut glass vial has a brilliant gold cap. Inside there's a strange black liquid. It rolls around in the vial without splashing. It seems as if it were one piece. The seal on the scroll looks familiar. It displays a self-consuming snake. We've seen that seal multiple times. And the other one has the same description.
Whoever made this house just fucking loves an Ouroboros.
The scroll is now open. The old papyrus reads, "Gold, silver, and mercury. Together they form a key." Okay.
You know, you've found an additional strange liquid. I say.
Yes, I have. That is quite correct.
You ought to consume it. See what happens.
Let me write this down. Scroll. Gold, silver, and mercury. This also reminds me of, we found there's a desk downstairs that has just a whole bunch of sheets of paper in it with like different elements described on them.
Interesting.
I feel like that's probably related to this somehow, but I don't really know how. Okay. Save as 14. Cabinet. All right. Let's drink this liquid. The bottle is now open. Seems as if it were in one piece and very thick. Consume. The black liquid mercury compound quickly settles into the depths of your digestive system. You become nauseous and disoriented, then you slip uneasily into merciful unconsciousness, never to awaken.
Cool.
But now we've confirmed it's mercury. So it's basically science. Thank you for that, Redeem Bell Blue.
The ultimate experiment.
Okay. So we have mercury. What about gold and silver? What was this made out of? You look as I guess I accidentally clicked on the background of the window.
Sadly, this experiment is difficult to reproduce. That's true.
Oh, iron. Okay. Let's look at this other letter. The old papyrus reads, "The heart of the garden maze contains the Blothny gem. There are certain places you cannot go till you unlock the mystery."
Oh yeah, I forgot you had a little spider friend in your pocket.
I sure do, and I can't wait to figure out what to do with him.
He's just paralyzed but alive, hanging out in some weird guy's pocket.
Yep.
Sounds terrifying.
The heart of the garden maze contains the Blothny gem? The hell is that?
You know, the Blothny gem.
There are certain places you cannot go till you unlock the mystery. What is the mystery exactly? And then we have this box, which I assume has Dracon's star in it. But what does that mean exactly? I'm gonna save and then open it. Box is sealed shut. Oh. Can we open it with a knife? You should not try to cut the box. And the key does not work on the box itself.
Didn't the scroll say something about?
Yeah, I mean, it says gold, silver, and mercury together, they form a key. I was just about to say, like, that's probably talking about the key to opening this box.
Right.
Would be my guess.
So you need some gold and silver now?
Right. We only have mercury. Let's go back to those letters that have the different elements on them. Wait, where was that? Oh yeah, this room. It's somewhere off of here. This way? No. Oh! Well, I missed that.
What happened?
I found a whole room we missed.
Oh.
Trophy room.
Fascinating.
The walls of this room are lined with the heads of dead animals. I'm looking at my map here. I'm going to attempt to go back out. Okay. So this is the rec room, which is here. Okay. Just trying to orient myself here. So this goes to hall. And then, right, goes to dining room. Okay. And then, right here, goes to trophy room. All right, lots to take in here. Honestly, I can't. It's hard to tell What else is going on over here? I guess most of this is two animal heads mounted on the wall. This moose head is huge. It must have been really intimidating when it had a body. It has a very strange look in its eye. Cannot move the moose head. Ooh, that's one ugly pig. He was probably an awful boar. Oh, open self. There we go. I'm gonna try to use the knife on this moose head. You should not try to cut the moose head. Can we open the moose head? Moose head cannot be open. I'm just trying to think of what could we do with the eye. There's our little buddy. On the floor we have a small cage with a handle to allow it to be transported. Oh.
A trap.
Oh.
Trap with which to contain a small creature.
This is one big bear, like in the Addams family. It stands about 9.5 feet tall. Too heavy to move. The skin of this large jungle cat makes it a handsome throw rug. However, thin tiger skin does not make as plush a carpet as thick bear skin. Okay.
Being awfully picky there.
Yeah. It is a traditional Mabute, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, ceremonial shield. This type of shield misrepresents itself because it was never used in combat, only in ritual ceremonies of sympathetic magic. Shield won't move. The rifle is locked in the gun rack. Obviously, the owner was concerned about safety and didn't want just anyone playing with the rifles. Reasonable. I assume that's true of all of them. Yes. What else do we have here? The spear, though capable of causing severe physical damage, was created strictly for use in sympathetic magical ceremonies. Okay, so I can move the cage. And I could potentially take it with me. Let's see what's through here. Oh, outside. We're in the backyard. This large, expansive backyard reminds you of the Wizard of Oz.
Why? In particular? Does it remind you of the Wizard of Oz?
I guess because there's a yellow brick road.
But it doesn't say that that's why.
Oh!
What happened?
Oh, I think we took too long.
Oh.
You stand at the entrance of a large domed building. The evil presence proves too much for you. You are now united with the massed assemblage of undead beings that inhabit the estate. Strangely, for the first time, you now feel at home here. Neither living nor dead, you are impervious to pain or pleasure. You feel no discomfort. You feel no comfort. You feel nothing. You are nothing. You are but an undead pawn in the hands of an evil player. Life as you knew it is over. Whoa. Cool.
Did we go to hell?
Oh, there's our little guy. That's him. That's great. Are these all different little guys we can meet? Oh, shit. Okay. What had I done since I saved? I guess I think I'm going to leave this box in the cabinet for now. Since we probably won't do anything with it until we found what we believe to be the key. Here's the room I was looking for. Oops. Sorry, I made the window go weird. Let's open the desk. Okay, so this one's about mercury. This metal appears to be a liquid when it is in its solid state. The silvery liquid-like metal reacts visibly to changes in temperature, has a dangerous cumulative effect if taken internally, as we learned. Silver. Silver is one of the so-called precious metals, is an excellent conductor, and is commonly used in jewelry and other decorative ornaments. So the purpose of these notes in here might be to kind of give us hints as to how to find each of the elements we need. And I feel like there's probably intentionally a bunch of ones we don't need thrown in here. Radium, uranium, hydrogen, copper, lead, gold. This metallic element is an excellent conductor. It is also quite malleable, which makes it easy to work with. It is one of the most precious of the precious metals. I don't know if that really gives us that much to go on. Like this one, you know, this reference to used in jewelry and other decorative ornaments could be a hint as to where we could find some. Like, I would really think that might be a hint to this star, but it, you know, it says it's iron right in the description. Oh, the amulet is gold. The other question is, if we're, you know, finding all these solid forms and need to combine them in some way, how do we do that exactly? Hey, Baltimore, you have not, oh, maybe you have technically missed an hour. Jeez. But we didn't honestly accomplish very much.
We drank mercury.
We drank some mercury. At the end of stream last week, we found the key in a chair. And that was the key to a cabinet in the bedroom upstairs. So inside is a mysterious sealed box that we believe has the star of Dracan, whatever that is. It's sealed. We can't open it. There was a vial of mercury, which is deadly, and 2 scrolls with it. One of the scrolls told us that gold, silver, and mercury together form a key. So that's the puzzle we're trying to figure out, and we're thinking that's probably the key to opening the sealed box somehow. And the other scroll said, the heart of the garden maze contains the Blothny gem. There are certain places you cannot go till you unlock the mystery. And mystery was in quotes in the note. Don't know what that means. And we've made some additional efforts to try to murder our little devil friend, but have not been able to accomplish anything. Oh, right. I did start a fire at one point, and then I died. Let's try doing that again, just for kicks. Also, I think we might need to restart the game at some point soon. Because it seems like there's a overall timer that we just ran out recently. So I feel like that's going to keep happening, and we need to maybe like start over, speed run what we know so far, and then continue from there. Now we have a lit fire again. I don't know if that's useful, but at least it's more comfortable in here. Vervain says a mystery? I don't know what you're getting at.
Just the text put mystery in quotes.
Yeah.
It's very mysterious.
It is, indeed. You know, I don't know why, but I never played Majora's Mask. I guess... Did I ever finish Ocarina of Time?
I have no idea.
Those were Nintendo 64, right? I never owned a Nintendo 64. Yeah, I think I finished Ocarina of Time. I think I actually bought that one, even though I didn't have a Nintendo 64. And I borrowed a friend's Nintendo for a while so I could play it. But I never played Majora's Mask. Maybe someday. Port on GameCube too.
Weren't there some 3DS ports of?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did they port? I know they did Ocarina. I was thinking they did Majora's Mask, but I can't remember. They did. Okay. Oh.
Pretty sure we have one of those 3DS ports, but as to whether or not you ever finished it, I could not say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I bought Ocarina and started playing it, but didn't finish it. But I'm pretty sure I played that one before. I do admittedly have a habit of, until more recently, starting a Zelda game and never finishing it. I just remember we have this candle. Is there anywhere we could use a candle?
Have you found any especially dark areas yet?
That's what I'm trying to think of. Operate match. Okay, we do need to use the match on the box to light it. At least I finally figured that much out. As you light the candle, a dull luminescence spreads. Let's go back in this room. All right, outside. I'm going to be a little more careless about my inventory for a bit here, just because I'm so sure we're going to have to restart the game soon. Okay. Oh. Yeah. I think we need to do that now because we keep running out of time pretty quickly. David Alexander says Zelda 1, 2, and Link to the Past are the important ones anyway. I got bad news for you. I possibly have never completed any of those. I have seen... I feel as though I have had the full experience of the original game, but I think it was probably my brother that got to the end of it.
What's the one that had a Switch remake?
Played a lot of Nintendo games with my brother growing up, like Zelda, Metroid. Like Metroid, I know he was the one that finished that. I could not do that mother brain fight. My older brother, to clarify. And I'm pretty sure he finished the first Zelda also. Like, it was a somewhat collaborative process, but he was definitely more capable at the trickier parts. What was your question?
There was a recent Switch remake of, I want to say it was Link to the Past? Or was that something else? The one where Link was all little and looked like he was made out of candy?
Oh, Link's Awakening. Thank you. Yeah, that one I played the remake of. That was great. I loved that. Also a big fan of Breath of the Wild.
Everything in that remake just looks like it was made of delicious candy, and I want to eat it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but 2, played a bunch of that, but I don't think either of us ever finished that. And we never had a Super Nintendo either, so I never played Link to the Past. And I've always wanted to, much like Super Metroid, I've always wanted to go back and play that. I've played a little bit of it, I feel like 3DS had, like, in the Virtual Console versions of those, but I've never sat down and played them all the way through. Okay, we're gonna start over. I'm gonna do my best to just kind of get through everything quickly here, and then we'll do a good save of the bits we know how to do so far, and then we'll get back to meandering around and trying to figure out what we need to do next. I'm just gonna, I hate to,
Finish sentence?
I'm trying to think and also not waste time. I hate to waste the time, but I think it makes sense to, as I go through this, write down all the important things I'm doing.
Yeah,
in a separate part of my notes, just so I have like a walkthrough, basically,
right,
if we need to do this yet again at any point.
I was thinking that might be worthwhile.
I don't think there's anything to do in here yet. Right, this is our list of spell words. Shoot. Right. Okay, I can go upstairs, but I can't open any doors. That was the part I couldn't remember. I do not remember exactly where we find spider cider is something we need. Go upstairs. Get spider cider from closet. Can't remember if there's anything else in here we need. Oh yeah, no ghost. That's very important. Tarp. A bowl that's been used as a spittoon. Glass ashtray that's not from the Holiday Inn. Insecticide. Did we ever use that for anything? I don't think I did. Huh. Just a box. An empty box. Laundry detergent. Tall, thin box. That's empty. Hat box that's empty. Okay, so I think that's everything we know we need from there. In here we have a bunch of items. Whoops. Brown liquid. I feel like the candlestick is going to be important, so I'm going to write that down. Lab journal. Oh, no. Oh. What? What? The evil air that pervades the estate seems to have infiltrated your very being. Your head and chest feel heavy and thick. You find it increasingly difficult to execute your will. For a minute, your thoughts seemed influenced by another mind. Oh, right. I completely forgot. This just happens occasionally, but it doesn't kill us. Hey, Edenwaith, good to see you. Started playing Saturday Edition. It gives me a bit of a vibe from these style of games. Interesting. I'm going to have to write that down. That reminds me, I stumbled across a game on itch the other day that is inspired by these Mac Venture games. I can't remember what it's called. It's a little bit more inspired by like the NES versions, but it's got a really neat style that's very similar to those versions of this games. I think I might stream it at some point. I think it's just a demo for now. Occult case file demo. That might be it. Yes, that is it. Thank you. Okay, so we're not dead. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And yeah, Obra Dinn, I'm very excited to get to at some point. Super, super excited. Oh, you enjoyed it, Val. Nice. I'm excited to hear that because it looked cool, and I was worried it would be a situation where it looks really cool, but it's maybe a little disappointing. I don't know, just, sometimes that happens. But I'm glad to hear it's enjoyable. Okay. So I think we pretty much want to get all this stuff on the nightstand. We don't necessarily need to take the lab journal, but it's good to make a note of it. And I think that's all we can do in here for now. Wait for the thunder to stop. I don't think... There's a bunch of liquids here. I think I'm going to not worry about those for now because we don't have a use for them.
I was in the other room getting a snack and I missed Gold Rush chat.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I read that comment. It seemed like it was a random death, sort of like the random deaths that can happen in Gold Rush. We didn't actually die, though. Yeah, we've been talking for a while. Unsecret Crush played Gold Rush growing up and has fond memories of it. I have never played it, but we'll probably...
Fond-ish. Much like King's Quest IV, I never actually completed it.
Right. Because
I was a child, and there are many ways to die in that game.
Seems like it's a little hard.
It's kind of like, I have a mouthful of ice cream.
No Zelda, no Gold Rush. Am I even a real gamer?
Like, it's a little bit like Oregon Trail in that at the beginning of the game, you have an opportunity to, like, stock up and supply and prepare for your journey. And then depending on which route you take, which method of getting from Brooklyn to California, if you didn't buy the correct a key item before you left, you're fucked. And I tried as many of the different methods as I could think of, as I could manage, to get to California, and I died in every one of them. I would say it's kind of like Oregon Trail, but maybe less focused on being educational.
Mm.
And more on being an adventure game.
And here we have a fish tank with tiny gold flecks. Is that possibly useful? Another source of gold. Anyone remember Case of the Mad Mummy on Commodore 64? I think it was the first Vidya game I ever played. I'm not familiar with that one.
Why would there be gold flecks in the aquarium?
Unclear. I mean, there's lots of weird things going on here.
Touche.
I think, we had like a bloody towel in the hamper. There's lots of things here that we don't really have a use for. Yeah, I'm curious if that is our source of gold. We also have this gold amulet, so I don't know how we would make use of either of these gold items. But for now, I'm gonna not worry about that. I'm not gonna write anything down for these rooms. Did we take anything here? Oh, this is where we got the star. Iron pentagram in bedroom. I'll just put an R there because it's on the right side. I'm sure I'll remember what that means. Big radio that I don't think works. Nice piece of furniture, but not a very good radio. Another door here. And that's where we get the axe. And I don't think there's anything we can do up here. Can make a spooky ghost appear. Maybe that's a bad idea. I don't know. But we definitely don't want to go in there. Okay, so let's go back down. Oh. Gosh, back in the System 7.5 days, you could not create a new folder from the file save interface, apparently. I am going to pop out into the Finder here. I'm going to make a new folder. We'll label that Take One. And we're just going to scoop all our saves so far and drop them into there. And then we'll make a Take Two folder. If I can learn how to type. Just label that ghost because I'm about to kill this ghost. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. I think this is our no ghost. I believe I want to open it. And then I want to try to open a door. Okay. And then I want to use thing, operate, click on ghost. That's a great animation. We've now murdered the ghost and the bottle is empty. Kill ghost. Downstairs with no ghost. Okay, so now we can go through these rooms. Is this openable? It's locked, okay. I don't know if any of these items are useful. I do love an old beep, yes. I don't know that any of these knives are necessarily useful, so we won't worry about them right now. All right, the horse trader cologne.
What?
Do you not remember this?
I
There's
do
a
not.
bottle of cologne labeled horse trader.
Okay. I remember you saying something about having perfume.
There's like different perfumes and stuff we can find. We got all this stuff in here. Matches, those are definitely useful. I don't know that any of this other stuff is. Let's see. Whoop. Yes, I mean, I'm worried about our brother, but we got a lot to deal with here. I guess I feel like this cage is going to take up a lot of space in my inventory, so I'm not going to worry about picking it up right now. I feel like I missed a room over there somewhere. Okay, maybe not. Oh, the study. Okay. But there's not really anything we need to do in here right now. I'm going on the assumption that, like, having looked at, like, a letter or something is not necessarily important. It's just a way to get information, and, like, the game's not gonna, like, keep track of whether or not we've read something. So I'm not going to worry about, looking at letters that have important information or anything like that. Okay, so let's use our axe and get this key out of here. Trying to drag it. It's very skinny. Okay. Use axe on left chair in entrance hall. Get key. And then we want to go back upstairs. Use key on cabinet. Open. And again, I think I'm just going to take the mercury. And we'll leave this stuff here until we have some way to open the box. I'm not going to bother to write this down, but I am going to dump this axe in here since I think we're probably done with it. I guess we'll go ahead and drop these letters in here. I suppose this book too. There's those weird feelings again. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Okay. Excuse me. So I think we're mostly caught up with where we were. So now I assume we can go back downstairs, go outside, and explore without dying. I hope.
At least for a while.
Right. Okay, so this takes us out. And then I guess I'm gonna... So, this reminds us of the Wizard of Oz for some reason. There's no mention of whether this brick road is yellow or not. Let's try... Geez, these all interest me very much. Let's go this way. Ooh, the Magisterium. You stand at the entrance of a large domed building.
Which building of the three did you go to? The left or the right or the middle?
On the left.
Uh-oh, got another redemption.
Uh-oh.
Better look for some mysterious liquids to consume.
Door won't open, it's locked. This ugly, elaborate doorway is endowed with a large, eclectic mix of decorations from at least 3 different centuries. The pentacle design is the only consistent thematic thread that might have some importance. I also just realized we should have done a save. You have to die in one of these buildings. I will do my best. I hope we can get into one of them. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll try to use this key. And then I'm going to try to, like, it. This looks to me like a indentation of a pentagram that possibly we could insert this into. This doesn't do anything to the door. Okay. So we can't go in there right now, I don't think. I guess we should try the open command. I guess I did that by double clicking at one point. It is locked. Okay. You stand before the entrance to a greenhouse. The glass is covered with what appears to be dust and condensation on the inside. This one looks like it might open. The door is now open. This steel and glass structure must have once housed a multitude of life forms. Now potted corpses inhabit shallow clay graves. It seems living organisms don't do too well on this estate. Whoever lived here must have had a gold touch, but no green thumb.
Very dramatic way to describe a room full of dead plants.
Right. This tin can has a long spout for reaching into plants and depositing water at their dirt floors. It's just a watering can, but okay.
Dirt floors.
So at this point, I think I'm not gonna write down. I'm not gonna write down everything I'm picking up. Mostly, I don't want to have to write down every single thing I pick up. I want this list that I've made to be like mostly things you need to do to progress in the game. And I'm going to pick up a lot of stuff that we never find a use for, I imagine. Geez, can I pick up all these plants? Seems like. This plant is seriously dead. The dead plant in this pot has begun to decay. It is covered by a fine white film. It is a large red clay dirt-filled pot. Nothing is growing in it. This dead plant used to be a fern, perhaps. Dead wood sticks poke out of rock-hard dirt. It's a plant skeleton. What? It's a weird way to describe a thing. Dry, rotten strands of wood stick out of a clay pot filled with dust that was once topsoil. Hit pot, maybe. The plant seems unaffected. That's not how plants work. Let's try consuming a dead plant. You have a strange concept of food, friend. There might not be a way to die in this room. Greenhouse glass is very thick and doesn't break easily. I don't think there's anything obvious we can do in here right now. Oh. Most food is dead plants. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun that we can just kind of drag things anywhere. Like, it's a little goofy, but also I kind of love it. This large lab table is designed for use in a laboratory. However, it does a pretty good job as a greenhouse table. This white lab table has been discolored by water stains and many hours of direct sunlight. Brown now threatens the table's natural white in several places. We got the angry, unseen force moving things back into place here. Draw the inside square of the map here. Okay, let's try this third room. Perhaps we can die in here.
And some friends?
I have a feeling we're not going to be alive much longer. This is the chapel entrance. You stand before a large, jewel-studded entrance. The wind attacks your exposed flesh. Ears, fingers, and your nose are the premier casualties. I don't know that these are dog friends. This one looks super rabid to me.
Pet dog.
As you approach the chapel entrance, you are confronted by two menacing dogs. Oh, right, we heard malicious barking from inside. The vicious canines block your path, teeth bared and snarling. As the dogs look you over, they begin salivating profusely. It seems an appropriate response to your arrival. Does it? They're just cute puppos. We don't have a pet button. Oh! The dogs don't think you should play with them. They're not in the mood for love. One sinks its fangs into your forearm as the other goes straight for your throat. The three of you roll around, biting, kicking, and scratching until the dogs manage to sever your jugular vein. The life force quickly abandons your being and you are reduced to dog food. Thank you, Baltimore, for that redeem. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed your death by dog.
I think we have confirmed that you cannot pet the dog in Uninvited.
Yeah, that seems pretty clear. Although maybe there's some way we can become friends and then pet them. I suppose it's a possibility. So I'm a little concerned about what we'll have to do with those dogs. I'm hoping...
Silver raises a very good point that you can pet the dog, you just don't survive it.
Sure. I'm hoping we can find, like, a stick or some meat or something to distract the dogs with.
A soup bone, perhaps?
I hope we don't have to, like, murder the dogs.
Just get the can of Doggo Befriend off the shelf. It was next to the No Ghost.
I must have missed that. Let's see. We didn't do anything in the greenhouse. So we're out of ideas for outside right now. Oh, right. We never got our spider.
But you don't know if the spider is needed for anything necessarily.
That was... Sure. But I guess I feel...
Do you feel lonely without it in your pocket?
Oh, did we actually find that? That was downstairs, wasn't it?
I think it was like outside on a railing or something.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember what room it was off of, but I'm pretty sure it's off of one of these rooms down here. Yeah, it's outside here. There it goes. So spider cider, operate spider cider on railing. And then I kind of think we just need to leave and come back. Yeah. Use spider cider on rail on veranda. Leave. Go back. Take spider. I'm just kind of assuming that if we like use some items to accomplish a thing, that's probably a correct thing to do. We can always cross things off if it turns out I'm wrong at any point. Does the watering can have water in it? That's a good thought. We should go get that. Yeah, I left it there. I took it, but then we died. I was going to try to put something in it. And we have come across multiple faucets we can turn on. I don't know what this will accomplish, but it seems like a thing worth trying. Let's see. Is there any running water down here? You would think in the kitchen, but no. So I think we got to go upstairs to find running water. Spider seems familiar. Maybe I've seen a bit of this game before. I played a bit of Deja Vu and the other Mac Venture game that was more of a fantasy game. That's Shadowgate. Nope. Okay, so let's operate the sink. Water is flowing into the sink, and then we use can on the sink. Oh, you have just sprinkled water on the stream of water. Okay, so maybe it does already have water in it. This tin can has a long spout for reaching into plants. Yeah, it doesn't really say, but it sounds like it does. So I'm just gonna... I feel like this watering can's gotta have some use. From greenhouse. What? What does that emote say, Baltimore? Maybe don't consume the watering can liquid, though. You can't tell me what to do.
I believe it says Dr. PP.
I think it does, yes. Consume watering. You can't eat the watering pot. Okay, fine. I tried. So my main two things I feel like we need to figure out here. There's our little demon friend has a key that we want. And then we have this combination of gold, silver, and mercury that makes a key that probably opens this box in the cabinet. I think those are the two, like, goals I have at the moment. There's also, of course, lots of locked doors in different places. But, I mean, unless... It seems we should focus on, like, we've explored everywhere we can at the moment, right? So probably we need to get the key from the little demon guy, and then we can, you know, explore further and find additional keys elsewhere. And then I don't know what purpose this star in the box is going to serve, but perhaps that'll get us somewhere new also. I don't know. I don't know what to do about either of these. I guess we could experiment more with poisoning this little guy. It seemed like we're pretty sure it's eating something, and that's giving it energy. So either we need to take away that food source or poison it. We need to figure out what the food source is. I still can't help but wonder if it's cookies and, you know, the food source is gone. But I don't know how we could confirm that any more definitively. I guess mainly this, like, they each have, like, some different kind of weird thing at the top. Like, this one's got blood. This one's got purple stuff. Golden stain. It smells like vermouth. Like, it just... Oh. We can open the oven. That's interesting. But there's nothing in it. And it doesn't work. So unless there's some way to fix it. Oh, we didn't ever open these.
The cabinets?
Yeah. At least I don't think I ever did. There's gotta be something in here, right? No? Oh, guys, really? Oh. This artisan's device can make a person into a Rembrandt or Da Vinci. On the other hand, it can also simply turn you into a person with a paintbrush. Okay, so we found a paintbrush. I keep... Sometimes when I'm just kind of thinking, I tap with 2 fingers on the mouse, and this computer is set up to make that do mission control. And that's a feature I have turned off on my regular computer. It's now off here, so that weird window thing won't happen anymore. So each one of these bags has a food item in it. We've got flour. You see enough flour here to bake a giant cake. Is that just a way of describing the flour, or is it actually hinting at something? Okay. Looks like enough rice to start a Chinese restaurant. I don't think that's actually something we're going to do. So I guess they're just... describing these things in goofy ways. The white heap is composed of sweet sugar. These granules appear to be plain iodized salt. I really want to try to bake something, but I don't know how I would possibly even do that. Put our watering can here for now. And again, the oven does not turn on. Can we combine these ingredients? No. At least we can't combine the rice. Let's not worry about the rice, because I feel like that's the least likely to be something we could combine. Can't combine the sugar and the flour. Cake is flour, sugar, stabilizer, and a rising agent. Have eggs, applesauce, banana, or baking powder somewhere in the game? No, I can't think of anything like that we've encountered. Like the items here, the flour, rice, sugar, and salt are definitely the majority of things you could make food out of. I can't really think of anything else. Do you need to make cookies for the jar? I mean, it's a thought I continue to have, but I don't know how we could accomplish it. I was just thinking today how the standard cake is probably a relatively new culinary invention, since things like sugar and baking powder wouldn't necessarily have been easy to procure hundreds of years ago. There have probably been other options, but not in the way we think of a cake now.
That is completely true. Like old
Big doggy biscuits.
Very, very old cake recipes, tell you to do things like the sugar would have been sold not into like a bag of like loose granulated sugar, but like in a cake, in like a lump that you would have to break apart. And a lot of things had to be, beat by hand. Oh. What happened?
There's fruit in this bowl.
Oh, also there was a bat in the house.
Yeah. We didn't get any description of the bat. The apple is the fruit of wisdom and the symbol of temptation. These things usually travel in bunches. It is a banana. This charming fruit is a round, ripe plum. This apple looks like a Macintosh. This plum reminds you of Japanese wine. Interesting. Is that commonly made with plums? I came in here to get the bowl to see if we could, start putting ingredients into a bowl or something. I honestly didn't expect anything to be in it. I need to be holding less. I wish we had like a consistent orientation. I guess I'll take this key out. This bottle's empty. I don't know if the spider cider is empty, but presumably we're done with it for now at least. And I guess I'll temporarily put all this stuff here. Plum wine is a Japanese thing, but I don't know that it's the most common. Even Kikkoman has plum wine. Interesting. Oops. Think you can sub eggs and sugar with banana. Fascinating. We do have sugar. But let's see. I guess it's interesting that the bowl just kind of acts like a container. But I'm going to see what happens if I put some of these ingredients in the bowl. I guess I should think about what all I'm putting in there. Salt? Would you use salt? We got sugar. We've got our flour. Oh, the bowl's full now. Yes. It's all terrible. Oh, we can't. The bowl's not big enough to hold the flour and the sugar. That's not something I expected. Can we open a banana? I missed. Banana cannot be opened. Okay. It's like the flour fills up the entire bowl and we can't put anything else in.
Sorry for my big text dump about baking facts.
That's okay. It's educational. Plum wine is delicious, but you can get a hell of a hangover from it. Super sweet, like a dessert wine. Okay. And then Unsecret Crush says, another fun baking anecdote I have off the top of my head without attribution is that things like commercial flour, sugar, rising agents, and even tools like egg beaters were supposed to be labor savers for the housewife. But often what ended up happening instead was even fancier labor-intensive types of cakes became more fashionable because now you had a mechanical egg beater to whip a bunch of egg whites with. Better show that off.
Or even better still, like show off that you have the means to hire a servant to whip all your egg whites for you.
Right. Are we baking a cake? I don't know. We're doing our best, but I don't think we're getting anywhere so far. I really want to. I'm not sure the game is going to let us. Let's try watering the flour. That's a normal thing to do, right? Oh, the watering can is empty now. I might have gotten my sole use out of the watering can. I honestly don't know if there's a way to fill it up. We'll go back upstairs and try.
Don't forget about getting a break in too.
Yeah, I suppose. Water is flowing into the tub. Oh, I left the stinking watering can downstairs. Whoops. I do wish our inventory... Okay, I honestly thought that was going to fit. But I wish we had a little more space in our inventory, even if it is unrealistic. So I want to operate the can on the... Okay. Maybe if I operate the... Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to fill up the watering can again. From what I've seen, the Great British Baking Show, it seems like whipping up eggs is one way to make something light and fluffy and to incorporate air, so don't mess it up. Too busy watering the water. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to be a problem, but I feel like it probably is. I think if we pick up the tub, it will get moved back by... Oh, no, that's one... There's lots of things where you can't move them. There's lots of other things where you can move them, but a mysterious force puts them back.
Interesting.
I'm very curious. I guess they decided for something that you could realistically move as a, normal human, they decided to let you move it, but then it gets moved back by an unseen force if it's something they don't, want you messing with it. I swear this inventory is exactly how my OBS windows are when I stream. It's a little bit of a mess, but we're doing our best here. We can clean it up, but honestly, I feel like the way it cleans things up is not the most useful. It leaves lots of blank spaces. I feel a little bit stumped. Like, I can think of lots of things I could try, I guess, but I feel like everything I try doesn't really get us anywhere. The apple was very tasty. Let's just try eating a bunch of food. Can't open an apple. Are the plums good? Oh, I accidentally ate another apple. I didn't mean to do that. Yummy, yummy. The plum seems to be quite good. I guess we could try leaving out like some poison fruit for the little guy. That's certainly a thing we haven't tried yet. Is it this one? That's our mercury. This is our brown liquid. Let's leave out a banana. Let's leave out a poison banana for this guy. Splash the brown liquid all over the banana. It now smells like almonds. It is banana. I'm opening cabinets because I feel like... Okay. He didn't even stop. He didn't even look at my banana. That's so rude.
Maybe you need to leave the room. So
yeah, maybe he wants to eat in private. I don't know. Coin sold out. I forget what timer I put on that, but it's probably close to being available again. Do you want me to eat the poisoned banana? Last time I poisoned something and then ate it, which was, I think,
the
sugar. It didn't really seem to do anything. So that kind of makes me think that I'm maybe on the wrong track with the poisoning.
When you put the poison in the sugar, it didn't change the description of the sugar, did it?
No, nothing I've put poison on seems to change the description of the item. But the banana
did.
No, like when I put it on there, it, it says it now smells like almonds.
I see.
But then if I look at it again, there's no acknowledgement.
I see.
I don't know what that means.
I don't think there are any cookies to poison Baltimore because all the cookie jars are actually empty.
Yeah, the cookie jars are all empty, unfortunately.
This is how we got on the topic of baking in the first place.
You can't in King's Quest 3. Yeah.
That's a very good question. Who did steal the cookie from the cookie jar?
I feel like it's this little guy, but I don't have no proof.
Baltimore, I know the song you are talking about. I think that it is a relatively common, like, I don't know, scout camp song. Also, just thinking about it, in particular, this is a song where you go, who stole the cookie from the cookie jar? Was it you? And then the person says, who, me? Yes, you. Couldn't be. Then who? And you go on like this, pointing at different people. And that just very randomly reminded me of a time when I was in a Trader Joe's, minding my business, getting my groceries, and these two little children that had way too much energy, and you could tell that their mom was just fucking over it, noticed that there was a strawberry container on the shelf that was open. And one of the children pointed at it and said, "Mommy, look, that strawberry thing is open." And the mom was like, "Yes, that's great, whatever. Don't touch it." And then one of the children turns around and points at me. I am nowhere near the strawberry shelf. I am just like the nearest person, I guess. This child spins around, their eyes land on me, and they say, "She opened it."
Wow.
And I was like, no?
Kids are wild.
Kids are wild. It was strange. And as you can see, this was years ago, and the interaction has stuck with me, and to this day, I am so curious. What was it about me specifically that made me look like some sort of strawberry burglar in the eyes of this child?
Bed is comfortable, but there's no time to relax.
Oh, I knew that kids are liars. I have been a child. I have firsthand experience.
Interesting. I was curious what would happen if I put the spider out. Spider is either sleeping or dead. Oh no!
I mean, you did...
I hope it's okay.
You did dose it with paralyzing juice, so...
It's spider cider.
How...
It's a delicious treat for spiders. Anyways, about that break. I should take a break. I'm going to take a little break. I'll be back in a few minutes, and then we'll see what we can figure out. I feel a little stumped, but I'm going to think about it over break before I ask if anyone has a hint or not. Okay. So, I was thinking about stuff I could try. And I feel like I should put a little more time into experimenting with spells. Also, I nearly forgot. Bell Blue, thank you so much for that subscription. Appreciate your support very much. 5 months. Goodness. So one thought I had about spells is, well, first of all, let's go back into, where's that? Here we go. This book. So we have this spell that starts with this word, which is to talk or talking, and then this word, which is the head, the skull, etc. So it seems like a spell that would allow us to talk to a head or skull. And then I remembered when we go upstairs to the 3rd floor, there's this like jail cell type of thing, and there's like a ghost that appears in there that I think is holding like a disembodied head. And I don't think I ever tried to use that spell up there, so I think we should give that a shot. And then if that doesn't work, I might come back and look at the list of magic words again and see if we can... I don't know if it's possible to, like, make up your own spells. But that's possibly something worth thinking about. Do we want to speak it to ourselves? Voicing your thoughts out loud clears your mind, allowing you to relax. Okay, so that was definitely not right. Let's speak to the cell door. Yeah, got ahead of myself. You can talk to the cell door all you want, but if it answers... Okay, so nothing. Oops. Out. Oh, guys, so rude.
Seems to be raining a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's raining real good right now. What could we do with the fire? What are these? Oh, there's lamps here. Ah, there's no kerosene.
Where did I put my knitting?
I don't know. Dang it.
it's on the floor.
Okay, that one does not have kerosene either. We do have a consume button, so we could eat fire. I think I tried to eat a match before and it wouldn't let me. The fire wouldn't agree with you. Thank you for the cheer, David. Yeah, we got this paintbrush. That's interesting. No idea what we would do with that.
Time to take up painting, I suppose.
All right, let's go look at our magic words again, like I was talking about. Instantum, sudden and momentary, here and gone in an instant. Illuminaris, a bright white light. Projectum, the propulsion of an entity. That could potentially be useful. Spiarca, a small flame or spark. Speaken, to talk, talking. Hephod, the head, the skull, etc. Magisterium, mystery. Oh.
Oh. What was the exact phrasing? You have to unlock the mystery?
There are certain places you cannot go till you unlock the mystery.
Okay.
So I think that must be referring to the Magisterium. Let me ask this. I've been thinking about it a lot. So is there anyone in chat that could offer a hint? I feel like if somebody had a subtle hint they could offer to kind of nudge me in the right direction, I would probably be willing to accept that at this point. So if you think you got something, just raise your hand and let me know, and then we'll figure out where to go from there. Nothing from Silver. We do hear the pounding of the storm from outside, both in real life and the game. All right, I forgot we can listen to this. Never beat this, no idea. Picture can't be moved. Face of this table bears a chessboard. You wonder if there are any chess pieces lying around. It's another thing where it comes off like a hint, but I don't know, I feel like this game just likes to describe things in ways like that sound a little bit like hints, but not necessarily. Bell Blue says, I've never seen this game before, so no clear ear with you. Okay. I do have a walkthrough, and yeah, maybe having Unsecret Crush check the UHS hints is a good idea.
I will open a tab. Where are you? And what are you trying to do?
Great question. We're in the house.
Okay, well I can read you off the list of locations that are like the top level of the directory.
Sure.
General information, car, front yard, entrance hall, upstairs, downstairs, backyard, or miscellaneous.
Remain says, I don't know this game as well as the other Mac Venture games. Honestly, I don't know. Like, car we're good on.
Right.
Most of the other ones there could be possibly useful. General information or, downstairs might be good to start with.
Let's see what general information says. Oh, this is like literally like an about me kind of thing. So, downstairs. I don't see the kitchen listed in downstairs.
Interesting.
What's an entrance hall? Miscellaneous? Is the kitchen miscellaneous?
Could be.
No. Miscellaneous seems to be kind of late game stuff.
Oh. Okay. Let's just mess everything up.
Wow, I don't see anything having to do with the kitchen.
Maybe there's not anything you actually do in here. I mean, that's certainly possible. I was thinking about, like, I feel like there's a pretty large number of items you can interact with and even take. And
kitchen is a subset of dining room.
Oh, okay.
Obviously,
that makes sense.
Of course.
I mean, they're, area, they're right next to each other.
Right. Okay. Also contained in the container of kitchen is downstairs bedroom and pantry.
Yeah, there is a bedroom off the kitchen.
Okay.
And the pantry is also off the kitchen.
The only hints they have for the kitchen are what you need to take from there, which I think you already have.
Okay. 6-7 says I could point at 2 rooms. There's a thing to do, I think. Okay. Yeah, like pick whatever and give me, if you can just give a subtle nudge or whatever, that's great. But I'll leave it to your discretion.
Oh, Jesus.
That was very loud, and also it gave me a little crackle in my headphones, which
fun.
is interesting.
That was very close to our house.
Yeah, apologize. I think that also kind of spiked the microphone.
I mean, that might have been for me yelling.
Sure. That was real. Yeah, it is thunderstormy here.
Have you encountered any other ghosts other than Scarlett O'Hara?
Up on the 3rd floor, there's in the cell up there. There's a ghost that's like I think it's like a headless guy holding a head.
I think I have found a hint referring to a ghost you have not encountered yet. Then, because it's downstairs.
Downstairs.
I'm clicking around all over the place. I don't know that I'm finding much of anything useful unless I systematically go through every single hint.
Does it say where the ghost downstairs is?
In the bedroom off the kitchen.
Oh, I think we might have seen that at one point. Okay, and 6-7 is also suggesting we go there. Okay. Thank you.
The only hints about...
Also, 6-7 specifically says that small bedroom off the kitchen could shed some light on what to do next, which I feel like might be very intentional wording. Oh. As you turn on a lamp, you see the picture on the wall slide to your left. Your tired eyes are having trouble focusing on the ghostly figure before you. An angry man's spirit hovers in chains in front of you. The ghost speaks, "This is my room. Who let you in here? These are not the master's things. They're mine, 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 mine." Okay, so he's just kind of hanging out here? The ghost can't be moved around. Good to know.
You have already in your pockets the thing you need to deal with the ghost.
Okay. I do not need any more hints at this time. I wonder if it's possibly the amulet? Amulet does nothing to the ghost. How do you feel about spiders? Honestly, didn't expect that to work, but I figured there was a chance.
Very good.
The possessive ghost shrieks at the sight of the stunned spider. Flustered and frightened, the spirit dissolves from view, leaving you again alone. That is wonderful. Okay.
I know you said you didn't want any more hints. But there are 2 objects that you can interact with.
Okay.
In this room.
Okay. So...
Just to save you the aimless clicking around.
Sure. Operate lamp in bedroom.
Yeah, the way that ghost was dressed and the decor of this room don't seem to fit together.
Use spider on ghost. It seems to be a journal of some kind, perhaps an old diary. Okay. There goes your friend running by again. Diary is now open. Ooh. Oh, is that just... Okay, that's my little bottle I already had. I thought there was something inside the diary. This diary reads, "The master would or could not, so I have stolen Dracon's star. He is an evil soul. Unlike the master, he uses his power for amusement and profit. He is not concerned with spiritual enlightenment. There is no compassion with his power. I grow weak. I am dying. I have hidden the star in Master's special box. It never opens. It has no locks. Dracon's star never discerns. In fire it freezes. In ice it burns."
I feel like whoever is doing all of the writing in these, like, notes and diaries is very inconsistently committed to rhyming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, most of that didn't rhyme until it got to the last few lines. And then suddenly, like, oh, right, rhyming. Rhyming is important and mysterious or whatever.
Sounds good, Silver. Enjoy your dog walk. It looks like the same picture every kid made with the first painting app they ran across. For sure. Okay, so this is interesting because in fire it freezes and ice it burns. Like, I guess... that's referring to the star itself as opposed to the box. But I don't know. It seems like this in fire it freezes and ice it burns might be referring to how to open the box. I don't know. It also says it never opens. It has no locks.
It has no locks is referring to the box, and then in fire it freezes and ice it burns seems to be referring to the star.
Right.
The answer is icy hot.
It never opens.
The hingeless box just needs some pain relieving cream for its arthritic joints.
Dracon's star in fire freezes, in ice burns. I guess, like, we could try using fire on the box and see what happens. Oh, you said there's another item we can interact with.
Yeah, I should give the caveat that I don't actually know if you need to at this point.
Okay.
It may or may not have been related to getting the ghost to appear.
Okay.
And the hint didn't give any other suggestion as to why you would need to do it.
Okay. Don't worry about it for now, then.
Yeah.
I'm just going to dump this in here because I feel like we're done with it. Actually, I'm going to take this bowl out, too. That's empty, right? I think I got everything out. Oh, I put the flour in there. I guess I'll take the watering can out. At some point, we need to back up because I ate all my fruit. I have one plum left. Maybe we don't need that fruit, but I'm basically being a little careless here, just because I know we're gonna redo some steps. Let's. All right, I was gonna try using fire on the box. I think I left the box upstairs for now. We're also getting low on matches here. The box does not catch on fire. Okay. I feel like if the "in fire it freezes" was referring to the box itself, we would have gotten a more specific description than just "it doesn't catch fire." So that, I think, confirms that it's referring to the star inside. Oh, I just noticed I still have my spider. I feel stumped again. Like, I don't know.
Is there a particular room in which you think you can do something, but you're not sure what?
Oh, I died.
Have you been in a study of any kind?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you obtain anything there?
Let me refresh my memory on which room is referred to as the study. Off the dining room. I think that's the room where there's the desk with a bunch of letters that talk about the different elements.
Okay.
Yeah, we ran out of time again, Silver. Also, welcome back. So we're going to back up to our watering can save.
It may be beneficial to investigate those things in the desk that you just mentioned.
Really? I mean, I'll look at him again, but I've looked at him a couple times now, and...
Can you take them?
Yeah.
Okay. Then perhaps you should do that.
Okay. Fascinating.
I'm actually kind of surprised that you didn't already try to take them.
Well, there were just so many.
Oh, I see. Well, you don't need to take all of them.
Yeah, I have an idea which ones I would want to take. do a thing here. Okay. I guess we don't necessarily need to do anything with that. In fact, I'm just going to drop it here on the ground. But it seems good to have opened that up at least. We have the watering can. I'm not sure if this save is before I used it once or not. Okay. So let's go back to the study. Is it this way? Yep. Oops. Okay. There's mercury. Silver. Uranium. Hydrogen. Copper. Lead. Gold. Carbon. And oxygen.
Which ones did you pick up?
I picked up silver, gold, and mercury.
Okay. I think I was looking at the stream and it was a little bit out of sync with what you were saying, so it looked like you were putting oxygen, the card for oxygen, in your pockets. But you have the correct ones.
Mm-hmm. One thing that just occurred to me is they just have numbers, but we haven't found any sort of like
isn't that just
number lock
number on the periodic table?
Yeah, it's just the thing I thought of.
I can no longer remember the source of this text, but you have read something.
We read that one of the scrolls in the locked cabinet in the bedroom upstairs said that gold, silver, and mercury together they form a key.
So
I don't need additional hints.
Yeah,
right now.
I all I can say is that you don't do that in this room.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I was just trying to figure out if we can like combine them in some way.
Mm-hmm. I think that is the idea, but I don't know how you accomplish that.
Okay. Well, always remember AG and 47 because I always got crap in chemistry for it. The key to what?
Wasn't it something to do with the hingeless box? Or am I thinking of something else?
We've opened the hingeless box.
Oh.
As far as I understand.
I see.
Well,
I must have missed that.
I guess we've opened a cabinet which had a box inside of it. Maybe that box is the hingeless box.
I assume the box that you got that you can't open is the hingeless box. Agent 47.
I mean, something said that the key to the hingeless box was in the chair. But maybe that was trying to say the key that will allow us to get the hingeless box.
What was in the chair?
The key that opened the cabinet that the weird box was in.
Okay.
Hey, Postfix. Good to see you.
67 says, I'm sure the cupboard had hinge doors, and I also believe this to be true.
AGN 47. Yeah, I agree. But the thing about gold, silver, and mercury was not clear what it was a key for. Mm-hmm. But I agree, it seemed logical to assume that it's a key for this weird box that we've now been told does not open. Operating card on the box produced no effect.
Can you operate the cards on each other?
I kept trying that.
Okay.
Game, I'm doing my best. Operate card on other card. The card does not have any effect on the card. The card doesn't do anything to the card. Let's try hitting the card. This accomplishes nothing. Maybe if we eat all the cards. I have a strange concept of food. Card doesn't do anything to the box. See which is which. Mercury, gold, silver. Okay. I thought maybe if we did... It said gold, silver, and mercury together they form a key. I thought maybe if we did in that order it would work or something. But it's not seem to be the case either. I guess I don't know. I don't get it. Don't get it. This wooden box glows with a lustrous finish and closes to an airtight seal. Covered is a weird word. It is, I agree. I feel like a lot of words are weird if you think about them too much, though. Should we use our Mercury on the card that says Mercury?
I clicked around in a bunch of the hints and I didn't see anything about where or how you use the cards, unfortunately.
Bell Blue says, I have a possibly, though unintentionally, leading question. Go for it. You said you never played this, right? So.
And I don't want to read all of the hints.
Sure.
Especially because the way these hints are written, they're kind of sparse. So, like, if they say something like, you know, go to this room and read this book or look at this scroll, like, I don't, for all I know, you've already done that. And they don't tell me what the thing in question says.
Mm-hmm. You can't eat the box. You have mercury in a source of gold flakes. Do you have a source of silver? Yeah, that's something
right.
I've thought about also. Related to that, like, first of all, we don't have a source of silver that I can think of. Second of all, I don't know how to get the gold flakes. Like, I would think, you know, a little net or something would be a way to get that. It's in one of the bathrooms off the bedroom.
Upstairs or downstairs?
Upstairs. A 20-gallon fish tank. There seem to be tiny gold flecks drifting around the tank.
Is there more than one bathroom?
Yeah. I have splashed mercury all over the card that says mercury on it.
I can't find anything about the fish tank.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I'm just not clicking in the right place or what.
Oh!
What?
I hit it.
Oh no. Poor fish.
You have just increased the amount of entropy in the universe. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Were there actually fish in there?
Honestly, like, the description didn't mention the fish.
Okay.
But it seemed like there were fish in the drawing.
Yeah.
This fish tank is now devoid of any water or fish. Bits of broken glass cling to the aquarium structure. Broken fish tank cannot be moved. Fishtality. Yeah, that doesn't seem to have been a good move, but we did it. I figured it was worth trying.
I don't.
Oh, there's a solid gold faucet here. That's also interesting. I don't think we could take that, though.
I don't know that the hints... I don't know that me looking at the hints are of any particular use.
Okay. Oh, there's lots of gold things in here. Fascinating.
None that you can take.
Hit the mirror. Broken the mirror. You break the glass into millions and millions of pieces. Carl Sagan would be proud of you. You look at the broken mirror, can see only bits of your shattered reflection.
I wonder if I would get the Carl Sagan reference better if it was actually 1986.
This game is hard.
I did learn from clicking around in the hints.
I don't get it either, Bolt.
How you can get past the dogs.
Okay.
As far as I know, you already have learned all of the things that you would need to do so.
Interesting.
You don't use an item.
Okay.
To do it.
Sagan reference was millions and millions. Okay.
Well, Carl Sagan didn't invent the concept of millions and millions, did he?
You don't use an item. Is it a spell?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let's back up. Do not save. So this is before... Actually, let's wait for the thunder. Operate the watering can. Okay, so this save is after the watering can is already empty, which could be a problem. I'm going to go back to my backyard save. We're going to speak to the dogs, and what I'm going to try saying to the dogs is a spell that we learned. Specken Hefod Abraxas.
Now, why did you choose those words in particular?
Because I thought maybe that would let me talk to the dogs.
I see. But you're already talking to the dogs, aren't you?
Sure. I thought maybe it would help them understand me or something.
I don't think...
I don't want additional hints.
Yeah,
Oops. I chose completely the wrong option there.
I don't remember what the words in the correct spell mean, but I don't think you're trying diplomacy here.
Sure. It's a spell we haven't found a use for that we found.
Okay. But I rolled an 18.
My other thought is maybe if we make some lightning happen, that will scare them away. So I'm going to try that now. And then if this doesn't work, we can go look at the spell book and see if we can construct our own spell. Now that we have a specific goal, that might be more feasible. I think I got that right.
There was an extra R.
Oh, was there?
Arbraxas.
Aha! With the utterance of these magic words comes a blinding bolt of lightning and blast of thunder. At this, the dogs recoil, they put their tails between their legs, and scamper across the grounds of the estate. You now have access to the chapel door. From now on, you might want to watch where you step.
Oh. Because they might jump out and get you? Or is that a poop joke?
Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of thinking I was kind of thinking we're headed into a dangerous area, but
Sure.
Now that I've realized there's a lot of different ways you could read that. But yeah, it might just be a joke that they might have pooped because they were scared or whatever. Use what was that? Instantum. Illuminaris Abraxas.
I'm wondering if there are other scenarios
Dogs.
In which it would be useful to speak a spell.
Yeah, I am also curious about this. Okay, so I think before we go in there, I'm going to redo. Well, I guess I'll leave the watering can there for now. We know where it is if we feel like we have a use for the watering can. Dang it.
Maybe I missed something, Baltimore, but why are you talking about Jehovah?
That's a reference to Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
I see.
And puzzles in the movie.
Gotcha.
Oh, Indiana Jones reference about watching your step. Yes. You know, I came in here, but I don't think that's where I want to go. We do want to do this. Operate lamp. Oh, shoot. I don't have the spider.
Why don't you have the spider?
Because I had to back up.
Oh, you went back further.
Can I leave? Okay. Operate rail. Go out. Go back. Okay, let me... Okay, we have matches. Okay, we have a full box of matches. That's good. We have the key. Okay, we have the mercury. We've now used the spider cider and gotten the spider. And now we can go deal with the ghost. Okay. And now we'll go back outside. And I will save. Oh, shoot.
What?
I did the thing where I accidentally saved instead of save as. Oh, well. I mean, I've got... Again, I can easily go through all of this fairly quickly if I need to. I might even, like, between end of stream and next week, you know, do that off stream to like super optimize it to give us a perfect starting point for next week. From the sound of the distant barking, you figure it must be a very large dog. I mean, we've seen it. Oh, fancy. You stand in solemn awe in this abandoned house of worship. In the silence, you can hear the prayers of righteous predecessors. You feel the presence of many long-dead worshippers. You feel yourself a stranger, yet you feel protected. This is what is known as a cross-examination. The small wooden cross, although dry and warped, exudes a distinct aura of purity and good like nothing else on this estate. It appears to be quite old. It also has been handled considerably, as shown by the many smooth surfaces that once had detail. At the front of the chapel is a stone altar. It is adorned with gold and silver plating and some large gems. None of the decorations on the altar seem to have any religious significance. This rather gaudy candle holder looks like it was stolen from Liberace's stage show. It is armed and ready with 9 candles. That's a interesting description. This heavy stone bust displays a look of pious self-righteousness on its marble face. Oh, statue head is very heavy. You do not have the strength to move it. That's interesting. This beautiful column brings to mind the splendid Doric columns of the Parthenon. This beautifully carved crucifix is attached firmly to the wall. This is where the congregation used to sit. You wonder when was the last time anyone worshipped from these pews. You wonder what they worshipped. You wonder why you are wondering about such things. This long wooden bench offers a clear view of the altar and its adornments. Oh, we have a room over here. The small pieces of stained glass form colorful geometric patterns. When sunlight passes through it, it bathes the room in a rich, warm, rosy glow. Same description for all of them. So this is chapel interior. The door won't open. It is locked. It's rude. So many locked doors around here. What's up with that? Oh. That was very lucky. I was just like, I wonder if there's anything I can, do in this room that would do something. I really did not expect the first random thing I tried to work. Okay, so move cross examination in chapel. So what's under here? Does this go down? Look, you really don't want to go down there. There's a spider down there that's bigger than a bread box.
That's pretty big for a spider.
I kind of do want to go down there, though.
Yeah.
Really, that spider is bad news. Don't try to go down there. This is a warning. Don't try to go down there again.
Huh.
The spider that's down there would rip you to shreds. Don't try to go down there. This dark gaping hole reminds you of something from a Freudian nightmare. Well, now you know. There really is a spider to beware of. There's quite a spider.
Just a common breadbox spider.
This cave is inhabited by a giant arachnid. Its 8 large hairy legs stick into the mud. In a moment, the huge creature attacks you from above. It crushes your tiny body in its large, powerful jaws.
They did try to warn you.
I mean, they did, but how was I supposed to not go down there? I'm trying to figure out how to... I guess I'm not going to put that on the map yet. I don't know if that's somewhere I don't know if there's going to be more rooms off there. If there are, then I will do a separate map of that area. This game is certainly very interesting. I honestly don't know what to make of any of that. Like, it's very jokey with all the warnings about going down there, and then when we went down there, we immediately died. Oh, we do have insecticide? I think that's this. No, that's the spider cider. That's insecticide. Let's try using the insecticide. Okay. The can does not have any effect on the hole. Armed and ready with 9 candles. Candle holder won't fit. But like, I can't. Like, this might make a good weapon to fight a spider with, but there's no opportunity to use it. We also have that huge axe.
I don't get the impression that there is anything to be gained from going down there. I kind of think it's just an amusing cul-de-sac death.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too. And I'm guessing you're looking at hints.
I did look at some hints, but I didn't look too deeply.
Okay.
I wondered if there was something down there, and it doesn't seem like there is.
Right. Okay. So I feel like the main feature of this room is another locked door that we don't know how to open. Key doesn't do anything. I guess I forgot that this is described as a skeleton key. And I have not tried it on every door we've come across that is locked. Oh, it worked on this cabinet. Whoa, what? The little doll is a small reproduction of a fortune teller. What the heck is that for? Creepy doll. Remind, yes. Use key on cabinets in rec room. Tell your fortune. Can we operate it?
Can you speak to the doll?
Operating the doll produced no effect. What do you wish to say to the doll? It's a great question. Should I try my talk to a head spell?
Maybe.
Talk to my pious brother. He can help you find yours. A word from him can open doors in high places.
Oh. I know what that's hinting at.
I'm guessing we're done with that, so I'm going to put the doll back in the cabinet. The marble bust speaks. It moans these words, Master, please open thy door for this poor family man, but do not let him travel in darkness. The door is now open.
Neat.
Silver says, game, the crucifix can totally hear Robot Spacer. It just chooses not to listen. Okay.
Brother doll.
All right, this interestingly looks like it goes outside again. What's up, ghost?
Oh.
We're on the church grounds. You are standing on a path that leads up to a large stone structure. Beyond the structure, you see a forest that looks as if it had been ravaged by decay. You step out of the church and immediately have another spiritual experience. A horrifying apparition in the shape of a classic ghost swoops down upon you like a bird of prey. You never had a ghost of a chance. The strange amorphous creature quickly peels the skin from your skull. Soon your system has lost enough blood to cause all your bodily functions to cease.
Classic ghost.
Gosh darn it. Can't stop the kittens. Great to see you. A lot of rude ghosts in this game. I hear you going about probably some hints you discovered.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how one deals with your current ghost problem.
I mean, big same.
Mm-hmm.
We're all out of no ghost, so... And also, this is much like the enormous spider, a situation where we don't have an opportunity to interact.
You need to...
So we need to do something before.
Yeah, you need to do something to, I believe, prevent the ghost from appearing.
Do we, like, pray?
No. As far as I can tell, you do appear to have whatever you would need in your pockets already.
Fascinating.
Good night, 6-7.
Good night. Thanks for hanging out.
Would it help to review the items that are in the room with you?
We've got this candle holder that is armed and ready with 9 candles. We've got this big old crucifix back here. We've got this marble head we just spoke with. Silver says, also bedtime for me, but this just means I transfer to the tablet to continue watching Robot Spacer Bus Ghosts. From the comfort of bed. We've got this cross-examination. Small wooden cross, dry and warped. This has been handled considerably as shown by the many smooth surfaces that once had detail. Doesn't really give us...
The description of one of the objects you just clicked on had some very interesting word choices.
The candle holder? Yeah.
Armed and ready.
Yeah, I know. I've been thinking about that.
What have you been thinking about it? Share with the class.
I get it. You don't have to keep saying it.
Show your work, Robot Spacer.
light the candles. And now the question is, do I take this with me? I guess I'm inclined to do that.
Yeah, if you can, it can't hurt. I don't know.
It seems to have scared away the ghost.
Okay. The hints didn't clarify.
And then the eyeball bat flew by.
The hints didn't clarify that you take the candelabra with you. It just said to light it.
As you leave the chapel, a strange ghost flies over you. It does not attack you. The glow of the candles dims the presence of the ghost. It is offended by the flames and flies off to its supernatural home.
But it does make sense that you would want to have the candelabra with you.
Mm-hmm. Candle holder in chapel. Take it. A strange creature resembling an eye with wings passes by. Did you ever get the feeling that you were being watched? Okay, so now we're on the church grounds. And we can go this way. Oh boy. We're in a maze.
Ooh.
A sense of
twisty little passages?
Maybe. Hey, Indigo Gamer. OG Mac. No, unfortunately not real hardware. I would love to be able to stream on real hardware. I have a Macintosh from 1986, the very same year this game came out.
It's in a garage,
out in the garage.
Probably full of spiders.
It's probably full of spiders, and it definitely does not run at the moment. Also, even if it did run, I would have a very interesting experience trying to figure out any way to stream it. So I'm using an emulator called Mini VMac that's running system 7.5.3, I think. And this is Uninvited, one of the Mac Venture games by ICOM. And it's been a very interesting experience. Yeah, I would love to figure out how to get it working again someday, but I don't know if that's a thing I am capable of doing on my own with my current level of knowledge anyway. Yes, same guys who made Shadowgate and Deja Vu. Okay, so we have a maze. I think we're gonna want to start a little separate map here. So maze, and then hopefully over here will be enough space to map this out. I'm not gonna go too much longer tonight, but I do want to do a little poking around in here. Did I read that? Oh, what? Hold up. Let's go back to the save I just made. It says, a sense of paranoid claustrophobia creeps into your consciousness. You'll feel confined and watched as you wander the spooky stone labyrinth. Okay. These cold stone corridors give you the creeps. The dark gray misty air hangs heavily here. It is hard to retain your sense of direction. Okay. Thinking about whether I want to map this any differently. I think if nothing else, I will draw the exits as I come across them. I'm very curious if this is gonna throw anything weird at me. Like, does going back here take me to where I just came from? Am I always facing the same direction? You now feel trapped, imprisoned in this stony maze like some mythic minotaur. Did you know Uninvited is also on Steam? It has the Mac and Mac 2 GS version. Yes, I did know that. In fact, I got a little button here with a link to it in case anyone wants to check these out for themselves. The Steam version is like, I think it supports Mac, Windows. I can't remember if it has Linux support also, but I'm pretty sure it runs on Mac and Windows. And it's like, it kind of recreates the Mac UI. So obviously you don't need like an old version of Mac OS to play it or anything. And also the 2GS version is in color. So it's a little bit different from this in appearance. Like the UI is like a little bit higher resolution and stuff, but it looks like a pretty faithful recreation overall. I think the Steam version adds the NES music too. Oh, I did not know that. That's very interesting. Yeah, I do wish this had the music that they created for the NES version, but I really wanted to play it in its original format just because I was always intrigued by these games growing up, but I never had a chance to play them. So I just wanted to check them out in the format I was the most familiar with them from. All right, I'm gonna go back. Okay, so this looks like the same place we were just at. Double checking on that because as we found on the Discord, the NES music is surprisingly good, yeah. You're overwhelmed by a sense of disorientation as you wind from room to room. Like, it keeps saying things like that, and I'm concerned that I'm concerned that me mapping this out is not going to actually work correctly.
Like it's turning you around.
Right. Yeah. But I guess we'll do our best and see what happens. You are uneasy about continuing through this eerie labyrinth. The farther you go, it seems, the farther you have to go. Don't look back. Something might be gaining on you. The cold monotony of these corridors makes you nervous and uneasy. I think... Okay, no. Whoops. I accidentally popped my headphone out. Sorry about the loud noise. I thought for a second there we had been taken back to the beginning, but it's just a dead end. I love the black and white artwork for these games. Deja Vu in color doesn't have the same impact for me. Yeah, just like looking at the beginning of the 2GS screens, like that didn't appeal to me nearly as much. I feel like this happened with a lot of games that were originally created for, early Macintosh. Like, the art was designed to be in monochrome, and then they're kind of colorized in a way that just loses some of the charm and doesn't really add that much. Just because it's not, how they were originally drawn. Like another series that comes to mind there is Dark Castle. Like that art is really great in black and white, and later on they did color versions of the games, and I think they just kind of lose a lot of the charm for me. Silver was wrong. Had apparently misremembered someone trying to mod it in. Interesting. Okay, let's continue exploring. You are uneasy about continuing through this eerie labyrinth. The farther you go, it seems, the farther you have to go. So it's just kind of repeating some descriptions here. The more we continue, the more I feel it is a straightforward maze, like mapping it out, is going to be successful, and it's just kind of using this text to make it feel like we're disoriented. It's not hinting at anything weird happening. It's difficult to distinguish one room from another in this labyrinth. As you wander the dark corridors of the maze, you find that your sense of direction has left you. You still know your right from your left, however. Okay, and we have hit another dead end here. A lot of the reason I am untrusting of this maze is because of my experience playing the original Zork. In that you have a maze of twisty little passages all alike, and it took me very, very many years to figure out that maze. Spoilers for Zork. In that maze, you have to drop some items, which allows you to like differentiate the rooms from each other. And that's like the only way you can navigate it without getting turned around. If you just try to map it out, you won't be successful. Shoot, did I already go forward? Okay, no, I did not go forward yet. As you move from room to room, you get a strange sense of deja vu. Each subsequent room bears a striking resemblance to the previous one. Oh! Don't look back. Something might be gaining on you. The cold monotony of these corridors makes you nervous and uneasy. So we got a little tombstone here, which is interesting. It seems to say Doug Dinsdale, 1925 to 1972, R.I.P. A cracked tombstone juts from the hardened earth to mark a man's grave. You begin to wonder how many graves inhabit this maze. You also begin to wonder which came first, the labyrinth or the graves. You know, I just remembered we heard about a maze in a note. Right. The heart of the garden maze contains the Blothney gem. And then that same scroll also said there are certain places you cannot go till you unlock the mystery, which we believe is referring to the building in the backyard labeled Magisterium, which it means literally mystery. That's from there's a magic dictionary. I don't know if there are places you cannot go till you unlock the mystery is referring to the garden maze, or if it's referring to something else. Cannot move the tombstone. Also don't know what we would possibly do with it. Can't really think of anything to try. 1972. You are overwhelmed by a sense of disorientation as you wind from room to room. You are uneasy about continuing through this eerie labyrinth. The farther you go, it seems, the farther you have to go. Interesting that we heard the dog from in here. A sense of paranoid claustrophobia creeps into your consciousness. You feel confined and watched as you wander the spooky stone labyrinth. In the faraway distance, you hear the malicious barking of an unfriendly dog. These cold stone corridors give you the creeps. The dark gray misty air hangs heavily here. It is hard to retain your sense of direction. I appreciate that they seem to be keeping us in the same orientation, unlike when we're going through the house. Is the magisterium not where they keep the queen? That's a great question. Also, hello, Junior Skeg. Familiar description. I guess I'm not going to bother to read them every time. I hope I don't run out of room for this map in any direction. So far, it looks like this might be as far left as we ever go. I will read if I notice a different description. And this might be the back of the maze? Hoping. Honestly, now that I think about it, I should have used my my graph paper notebook for this particular map, just because I feel like things aren't lining up here. I guess I'm inclined to try to map out the outer edge. Ooh, another tombstone. And a dead end. Okay. You now feel trapped, imprisoned in the stony maze like some mythic minotaur. This tombstone says David Barber, 1909 to 1969. A cross adorns the top of this tombstone like a hood ornament to hell. This grave indicates that these grounds once housed a cemetery before housing a maze. Why build a labyrinth on a graveyard, you wonder? I'm now realizing it's probably worth making a note of the names and dates on these. So I put little numbers next to them, and then down here we'll do 1. I'm going to have to leave that blank for now. This is David Barber. 1909 to 1969. Are these names of people who worked on the game? That's a great question. Let's find out. Does not seem to be. I mean, their tombstones are in here, so it makes sense that they wouldn't also be in the maze. Yeah, that's the about screen for this game. So we'll go back this way now. Okay. So that should take us back to that familiar room. And then I think we'll go this way. I looked away for 2 seconds. Hey, seems like a fun about screen at least. Yeah, I think it's... Oh, no! We got a skeleton here. Either this guy was buried prematurely or he was resurrected late. What little flesh he has hangs loosely from his exposed bones. He exudes the stench of decay that permeates the entire estate. I'm going to draw a little skull on my map here. It seems possible that, like, the location of this guy isn't consistent, but for now we'll assume it is. I'm curious if I can make it out of this alive. I don't know what I would do with him. Oh! You show your golden talisman to the walking abomination and it runs away. I've tried that on other ghosts and it didn't work, so I didn't really expect it to. Use golden talisman skeleton in maze. Okay, I'm not gonna go too much longer, but I'm really into this maze, so I wanna continue exploring it, but I need a quick bathroom break, so I'm gonna go do that. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Okay. I was trying to remember if I had written down anywhere what we were told about the golden talisman. Unsecret Crush was saying off stream that she thought it worked on the skeleton because it's not a ghost yet. Which makes sense. Okay, let's go this way. One room leads to another almost identical to it. No, it's just distinct from a ghost. Different type of spookum, sure. Uh-oh. I thought we might be all the way right, but there's more. I'm running out of room here. Oh no. I've run out of room. Oh. Sense of paranoid claustrophobia creeps into your consciousness. You feel confined and watched as you wander the spooky stone labyrinth. Shoot, what a bummer. I'm trying to decide what to do here. Like, I could just kind of draw off here, but if there's going to be a bunch of rooms over here, then that's no good. Didn't you find something that said something like the undead fear symbology? Yes, I believe that the letter that was with the amulet said something like that. I couldn't remember exactly what it said, though. The dense gray stone has a rough surface. Can we open it? The coffin is now open. Uh-oh, it's empty. I think I have another sheet of paper. Or maybe I don't. I don't. I'm gonna go grab one. 1 minute. Eventually the printer is gonna run out of paper, and then I'll have to remember where I keep the printer paper. But that day has not come yet, thankfully. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? I guess I'll just do this. It pains me to do so, but it makes sense to just continue on to another sheet. And here's our coffin. Looks cozy. It'll take us somewhere new if we get in. Maybe. Well, it's like treated like a Oh! As you enter the coffin, someone or something closes the heavy marble lid on top of you. Laying down, you cannot get the leverage needed to move the coffin's lid. You slowly suffocate as the oxygen is consumed. You did things backwards again. Most people die first and then go into a coffin. I mean, I did try to go in the coffin, didn't I? At least I saved recently. I can't think of anything else I could try to do with the coffin, so. Oh, I forgot to mark a door here. Oh. Voices in our head again. I'm just making sure I didn't screw anything else up. Okay, now we'll go down here. Bless you. Dead end. Oops, it's kind of hard to draw on two separate sheets of paper. I'm doing my best. Just occurred to me, I hope I'm not like missing any like little thing to interact with in all this detail. I keep worrying I'm not where I think I am. So you just die at random times in this maze? No, that thing that just popped up, sorry I didn't read it. As you progress through this game, you are occasionally like overcome by this uneasy feeling, and like you hear voices in your head and stuff. And eventually that uneasy feeling kind of overtakes you. And if that happens, then you will die. So there's kind of like this overall timer where if you take too long in the game, you won't be able to complete it. But that thing that just happened was not a death. That was just that kind of it's there to kind of warn you that eventually you're gonna like succumb to this, I don't know, otherworldly thing. Another dead end. So far, at least, it hasn't really been explained. Death madness, sure. It hasn't really been explained exactly what is happening with that. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't really get an explanation, but I could be wrong. Oh, different type of tombstone. A stone cross has been planted in the sterile, rock-hard dirt that carpets this maze. This cross obviously marks a grave. It seems that this sepulchral labyrinth could have been constructed upon a cemetery. I guess this one does not have anything legible written on it. But I'll make a note of that. I don't know if the names and dates on the tombstones is necessarily meaningful, but I figured it'd be good to keep track of it in case it is. So I think we're coming back around to an area we've been here. Should be back here. Good. I'm going to take away this piece of paper for now. So we're here. There's where we met the skeleton. And we haven't gone south here yet. I feel like we must be making pretty good progress on this maze overall. Oh, I thought there was a path in every direction, but I was wrong. And then that should take us back where we've been. Oh, boy. Whoa, this is like a scene from a Living Dead film. It brings new meaning to the term dead end. Yikes. So here we've got lots of Skelly boys. This is a great little drawing. I love it. Let's see if we can use our amulet again. Oh, the amulet doesn't do anything to the zombie. You shouldn't have gone this way. It looks like you've now permanently joined the dead end, kids. Your last waking moments are marked by wretched pain as you provide dinner for a group of ill-mannered dinner guests that just wouldn't leave. I believe there was a path off in the other direction. I'm guessing based on the text there that that's not a survivable room, that you just have to avoid it. Remember playing a demo of this game back in the day, especially that death screen. Okay, let's go back to our maze save. And that, I think, was where we met the skeleton. So I think what I'm going to do now, let's switch to full view here. So there was a path past them that we don't know how to get to, but there's also at the beginning of the maze a path we haven't gone down. So I'm guessing that'll get us there somehow. So I'm going to make my way back around here, and then we'll continue from there. So now I can write down this name, Doug Dinsdale, 1925, 1972. There's that weird feeling again. It's almost too late. I feel like I'm probably gonna have to do... Shoot. Okay, I believe this is the start of the maze. Yes. So now we're in a new room here. I feel pretty sure I'm gonna have to do another start over and go through everything as quickly as possible. You definitely don't have a ton of time to complete this game. Dead end. Every game we play, we're gonna play twice. Yeah, it sure seems that way, huh? I hope I don't run into my other section of map here. I'm very curious here because it seems like this maybe isn't going to take us back around to the other side of that zombie room. Another grave. This is 4. And it says Vincent Plurkum, 1947 to 1976. A square stone slab is all that is left to mark a man's coming and going. This death mound is an appropriate element amidst the dark gloom of these paths. The stench of decay that pervades the estate is particularly strong here in the maze. I feel like the more we go through this, I wonder if we'll actually be able to accomplish anything in this maze before we've unlocked the mystery. This way, dead end. And another dead end. So, like, this, we still haven't gotten to the other side of this, but there's no other paths we can follow safely. So either we need to figure out some way to deal with all those zombies, or maybe there's something else we can do, like maybe something we have to do with these tombstones. I don't know. But let's see if we can get... Oh, that's interesting. We have the... Is this open? Like, I kind of figured we were in an enclosed area. But maybe that was an incorrect assumption. Yeah, I think this is meant to be open at the top so we can see the sky above us. Oh! This guy looks dead on his feet. He doesn't smell very good either. I honestly kind of lost track of where I was. Okay. So that worked. It's interesting. You dangled a shiny gold amulet before the eye sockets of the zombie. The glittering, self-consuming snake frightens the zombie away. I also kind of forgot that there's a snake eating itself on the talisman. I can't remember where else we've seen that symbol. It's been on a lot of things. But that was specifically called out as being a zombie, and yet the talisman didn't seem to work on a larger group of zombies. I don't know what to make of that. Oh, sorry, I missed your question. Is it a max timer or number of rooms navigated between? I think it's actual time. As far as I can tell. Like, I think if you just stand around doing nothing, then time is passing. If I'm wrong about that, my next best guess is it's based on each action you take, even if it's like a kind of worthless action, like looking at something. I've noticed that certain other things seem to happen after an action, like random things might happen after any given action we take. I'm going to go back to that zombie room again, just to try it one more time. Let's go ahead and save. It should be right here. Okay. So there's a door over here. Let's see what happens. Okay. So we can't just run away. And I'm going to try one more time to use the talisman. Okay. Yeah, it makes the sound, and it does specifically say operating the amulet on the zombie produced no effect. Interesting. But I think that's gonna be it for tonight, because it's very late and I have lots to do tomorrow. But we did pretty good, I think. We got this nice walkthrough when we need to replay everything. I mean, ultimately, I don't know that we really accomplished anything, but we did lots of individual actions that were successful in some way, and I assume will eventually lead us somewhere useful. Again, our ultimate goal is to find our brother. That seems like our primary concern is finding our brother. I think probably once we've found our brother or found what happened to our brother, I honestly don't know what to expect there. I feel like that'll probably be pretty much the conclusion of the game, but it's possible we'll have to like separately get out and get away safely. You returned from heaven and into the earth. At least physical progress continues on. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. And we will continue next week. Last week on Saturday, I started playing King's Quest: The Adventures of Graham, which is the 2015 episodic King's Quest game developed by The Odd Gentleman. And I will be continuing that on Saturday. I think it's a pretty neat game so far. Definitely enjoying it, having played the whole King's Quest series. I think there's lots of little references that I might have missed if I hadn't played the games through recently and have them all fresh in my head. But I'm very curious where that will all go. We're catching up to the part that I've already played, so pretty soon I will not have any idea what to expect from it. Unsecret Crush, who is now comfortable in bed, will be streaming on Thursday some Genshin Impact, and I'll be hanging out in the background if y'all are interested in that. But let's see if we can find someone to raid. And thanks y'all for hanging out. I'm glad anyone would hang out with me to play an old Mac game from 1986, let alone this many of you. So I appreciate it very much. Let's see. I think I might know who we're gonna say hi to. Captain Peel Card has just started stream, not quite live yet, but he's playing the Blade Runner game, which I am very curious about. I picked that up myself recently. Have not had a chance to check it out yet, but it'd be interesting to see some of that. So I think we'll go say hi, and hope y'all will come along. But if not, I hope you have a good night, and thanks again for hanging out. We'll see you around soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye.